We are today focusing on the state of Uttar Pradesh. Yes, the road leading to Rajdhani, Delhi is passing through Lucknow. And when we talk about politics in Uttar Pradesh, it is the largest state in our country with 80 political seats, constituencies that are up for grabs for political parties in the general elections. And focusing on what is the pulse on the ground, what is it that the people across the country think of the elections and the politicians in Uttar Pradesh? How is it that the numbers are going to play out? How is it that the people are going to vote? Which is the political party and which is the political leader that they focus more on, they appreciate more than the others? It will all be gauged, it will all be broken down into the numbers in just a moment. Let's quickly take a look at these questions, at this questionnaire, the survey that we had taken, the NewsX Janata survey on Statistically Speaking, and quickly taking a response from this as well. Now, the first question that we asked our viewers, asked the people of India was, what is your biggest issue in the Lok Sabha elections? Well, a large percentage of the people, 45.998% of them have said that it is unemployment. That is their biggest issue, their biggest political concern. At number 2 stood development at 16.21%, none of the above at 10.06%. It was inflation at 15.85% and campaign against corruption at 11.90%. Quickly taking a look at the second question that we asked our viewers, and here it is: on what basis are you going to cast your vote in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections? Well, it is on the basis of work, is what 59.39% of all of you who have cast the vote. So the kind of work, the developmental works, the projects that have been launched by the governments, have they been completed? Have the schemes reached to the public? Are the key pointers on which the votes are going to be cast. Number 2 is at party. Which political party does the political leader belong to? Is at 26.35%. That is the basis on which the people are going to cast their vote. We then have the particular candidate, the face, the political leader. If the people are in tandem with the kind of policies, with the kind of schemes, with the kind of emotional connect he has with the people, that's the basis on which the people are going to vote at 10.54%. None of the above at 2.65%. Quickly taking a look at the next set of questions that we had asked our viewers. How has Narendra Modi performed as Prime Minister of the country? Very good at 44.42%, good at 36.15%, average at 18.79%, can't say at 0.64%. So obviously the tide at this point, as per our survey, is in favor of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Quickly taking a look at the next question. And what we asked the people was, how will the Modi factor work in the Lok Sabha elections? They again voted heavily in favor of the Prime Minister, saying it will be very good a factor, 44.97%, so it's 45% almost, good at 29.12%, average at 11.95%, and can't say at 3.51%. Quickly taking a look at the fifth question in the survey that was asked of the people of our country. And the question that we asked was, who do you think will form the government in 2024? So there you have it, NDA. A large percentage of you have voted for the NDA, which is at 73.38%. There is India Alliance at 6.95%. There is government with regional alliances with 6.81%, and 12.86% are indecisive about who is going to form the government. So now that we have the responses by way of the survey that we conducted, I'm going to quickly get in my political commentators. I'm also going to get in the spokespersons and leaders from various political parties who are at this point of time fighting the elections. And from there, let's start my conversation. I have with me right now from the BJP, Sanjay Chaudhary. Sanjay Chaudhary is the BJP spokesperson. And Sanjay, quickly a response from you about how do you view this survey? The NDA, Prime Minister Narendra Modi have gotten large number of votes as per our survey. People, as per our survey, are confident that Narendra Modi and BJP are going to come back to power.
निश्चित रूप से भारतीय जनता पार्टी का जिस प्रकार से उत्तर प्रदेश में बीजेपी की जब अभी जो कार्यकर्ताओं के द्वारा लोगों के बीच में जाया जा रहा है, हमारा फीडबैक बिल्कुल ऐसा ही है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी 80 की 80 सीट जीत कर आने वाली है। और आपका भी जो लोगों से आपने जो सवाल करे हैं, उन सवाल के जवाब भी ऐसे ही दिखाते हैं कि न केवल वो नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व के लिए, बल्कि उनके वोट देने का जो पैटर्न है वो भी बता रहा है, ये दिखा रहा है कि बढ़ते हुए उत्तर प्रदेश ने अपनी इमेज को बदला है। आज उत्तर प्रदेश बीमारू राज्य की श्रेणी में नहीं है, उत्तर प्रदेश बढ़ रहा है। 5 सालों में उत्तर प्रदेश का बजट साइज जस्ट डबल हुआ है। और जिस तरह का इन्वेस्टमेंट आ रहा है उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर, आज लॉ एंड ऑर्डर बेहतर है, ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस में यूपी बेहतर कर रहा है। और लीडरशिप जिस तरह की उत्तर प्रदेश में काम कर रही है वो बहुत अच्छे तरह से काम कर रही है। किसी भी योजना के अंतर्गत कोई भी करप्शन का चार्ज नहीं है। एक बेहतर उत्तर प्रदेश के साथ मैं समझता हूं कि आपका जो फीडबैक है वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जो 80 की 80 सीट उत्तर प्रदेश में जीतने की है उसी की तरफ इशारा कर रहा है। और निश्चित रूप से एक बार फिर से उत्तर प्रदेश में 80 और देश में 400 पार के साथ मोदी जी की सरकार का बनना ये तय दिखा रहा है।
यहाँ पे अब बात की जाए जो एनडीए के गुट में जुड़ गए हैं, जहाँ पे हम देखें आरएलडी को, जयंत चौधरी को, वो समाजवादी पार्टी के साथ पहले हुआ करते थे, अब वो बीजेपी के साथ हो गए हैं, एनडीए का एक गठबंधन हो गया है। यहाँ पे बताइए आपको कितना एडवांटेज मिलेगा?
देखिए, विधानसभा का चुनाव उत्तर प्रदेश में बड़ा टर्निंग पॉइंट था और 36 साल के बाद उत्तर प्रदेश में कोई सरकार फिर से जीत कर आई थी और ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार जीत कर आई थी। जीत के आने का आधार था कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के काम करने का तरीका और जनता के अंदर उस परसेप्शन को बदल दिया गया था कि जब अपराधी उत्तर प्रदेश को चलाते थे, आज उत्तर प्रदेश ने उसी विकास की रफ्तार के साथ, उसी बदलाव के साथ 36 साल के बाद योगी जी की सरकार लौट कर आई थी। यह बताने के लिए पर्याप्त था कि हमने उस ट्रेंड को बदला है। उसके बाद लगातार विपक्ष में जो साथी थे वो समाजवादी पार्टी को छोड़ते चले गए। बार बार लगातार समाजवादी पार्टी हर दिन कमजोर होती जा रही है। उनके साथ सुभाषपा चुनाव लड़ी थी, वो उनके साथ से हटी और अब लोकदल भी उनका साथ छोड़कर चला गया है। बहुत बड़ा उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर जो विकास का परिवर्तन है और मैं समझता हूं कि लोगों के भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ आने के बाद 80 की 80 सीट जीतने का कोई भी संकल्प ऐसा नहीं है जो कहीं से डिगने पाए। और रायबरेली और अमेठी जो कांग्रेस का पुश्तैनी सीट हुआ करती थी, वहां से भी सोनिया गांधी का चला जाना और पिछली बार राहुल गांधी का हारना इस गठबंधन को और कमजोर कर रहा है। मुझे लगता है कि इसी कारण वहां से रायबरेली और अमेठी से भी कोई प्रत्याशी देने में देर हो रही है। निश्चित रूप से भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ जो सहयोगी दल आए हैं उससे और बड़ी जीत के अंतर को हम आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
All right. Let me also get in Puneet Pathak. He is the Congress spokesperson. Puneet, if you can hear us, quickly getting a response from you. Obviously, Sanjay Chaudhary talking about Raebareli and Amethi particularly. Why has there not been still an announcement of a candidate from the Congress from Raebareli?
Parliamentary committee, which is supposed to decide the candidates for the upcoming elections, they met in the recent past. And we have sent our recommendations to the central committee, to the screening committee, and very soon there'll be names for the candidates of the 17 seats on Uttar Pradesh. I would quickly like to bring your focus to the survey that you've conducted, and I would like to thank NewsX for raising the points. If you look at the survey closely, there are 80% of people who want to vote on the basic needs of the voter. That is unemployment, that is inflation, that is development. And if you look at the agenda that BJP is setting for the 2024 general elections, it's nothing but all they want to do is paint the picture of Hindu Rashtra, and they just don't want to go by the norms of the constitution. If you look at what Mr. Modi and BJP talked about in 2014 and 2019, there's nothing of that sort in their campaign in 2024. This time, the people of India and Uttar Pradesh, they want to vote on the real points on the ground. People are looking for jobs. Youth are looking for jobs. Farmers are looking for the prices. There are people. There are household people who have difficulty in managing their expenses. Inflation is on an all-time high. And all the things that BJP claimed to bring to the table in 2014 and in 2019, they have clearly failed miserably at that.
So
And if
what
you
is Congress doing differently for you to be able to win the elections this time around? Because in 2019 it was a shoddy show of the Congress. You were not able to win the elections. In fact, your Amethi seat was also won by the BJP.
Election is a process which should not be judged by the history. I believe every election is a new election. And this is an election where we have to accept people's mandate. 2019, we didn't get the mandate and we respect that. This time around, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, our leader Rahul Gandhi ji, has been going amongst the people. He's been taking yatras. He's been listening to people, their grievances, their problems, their issues. And we are promising people that once we come in the power, when we form the government, we will give people what they are looking for. Not just jumlas and not just promises, but we bring to the table what people are looking for.
Okay.
We have been going amongst the people, listening to them, their problems, their issues. And I'm sure when you reach out to people, when you listen to them, people will give you a chance. And every election brings a new scenario to the table. And 2024 is certainly a new election. I don't think 2014 and 19 results are anything to go by judging the 2024 election.
Okay, all right. I also have with me Deepak Ranjan. He is the Samajwadi Party spokesperson. Deepak, quickly a word from you. How do you view your alliance with the Congress? You are part of the India Gathbandhan, India bloc. You did not have a favorable association with the Congress in the past when you had joined hands. You lost the elections miserably and you decided to cut off your association with the Congress in the subsequent election. So what has changed this time around that you decided to be part of the India Alliance, which also has Congress?
See, Megha, I don't know how many honorable people, public have participated in your survey, but from where I am seeing that this BJP government has came from his fake promises, and now it will go from his fake guarantees. We India bloc we are intact, and we are going to public. The public, they love the public they are giving to us. I think in 2024, the public is waiting to poll again to cast their vote against Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay.
Ji.
Okay. All right. So now, how do you also react? Because RLD, which used to work with you at one point of time, has also shifted gears and joined the BJP.
See, Megha, now it's a past. Now we are not trying to go in past. We are going in future, and the public is with us. Not about RLD or Subhaspa or other parties. What Modi is saying, that he is the only one who will give win to his party. Now why now he's taking depending on such a small party like RLD, Subhaspa, who has given the chief of Subhaspa has abused them. I don't know. I can't say a word. The word which he has used for Narendra Modi ji, Amit Shah ji, and Yogi ji. Now why they are depending upon them? It shows that now they are not so much confident about their win.
Okay, all right. I wonder your statement talking about how BJP is not confident of the win, keeping in mind its last performance in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. Even in the assembly elections under Yogi Adityanath was spectacular. They had crossed expectations.
It's BJP's
So on what
word
basis
that
at this point of time are you talking with such confidence that BJP is going to lose and India Alliance is going to win? Yes, I understand these are your political compulsions. You can't make statements otherwise. I understand that. You have to support your party and you have to support make those statements as per your party's agendas and ideologies. Quickly also, I'm going to get in... okay. I have with me Krishan Pal Rathi. He is the state president, cooperative cell of the Rashtriya Lok Dal. Krishan Pal Rathi जी, आपसे सबसे पहला ये सवाल कि आरएलडी ने ऐसा क्या सोचा, जयंत चौधरी ने ऐसा क्या सोचा कि उन्होंने समाजवादी पार्टी के साथ अपना बंधन तोड़कर बीजेपी के साथ जुड़ गए?
चौधरी साहब, हमारे जयंत चौधरी जी ने सोचा है जो हमारे स्वर्गीय चौधरी प्रधानमंत्री चरण सिंह जी थे, जिन्होंने किसान की पहचान बनाई थी, किसान मजदूर कामगार की एक पहचान बनाई थी। उन लोगों ने जो काम किसान मजदूर और कामगार के लिए करे हैं, पिछड़ों के लिए करे हैं, वे काम किसी ने नहीं किए। तो उनके काम से प्रभावित होकर जो बीजेपी सरकार, भारत सरकार ने स्वर्गीय चौधरी चरण सिंह को भारत रत्न दिया है, उनकी बात से प्रभावित होकर चौधरी जैन सिंह जी ने फैसला, हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष राष्ट्रीय लोकदल जैन चौधरी जी ने फैसला लिया है।
क्या जैन चौधरी का जो फैसला है, आरएलडी का फैसला है, इसको अपॉर्चुनिस्टिक पॉलिटिक्स नहीं कहेंगे कि क्योंकि बीजेपी इस समय विनिंग स्ट्रीक पर है, पॉसिबिलिटी बीजेपी की गवर्नमेंट बनाने की ज्यादा है, इसलिए जैन चौधरी ने अपना पोजीशन क्लियर कर लिया है, समाजवादी पार्टी को छोड़कर बीजेपी को चुन लिया है?
नहीं, उन्होंने फैसला लिया है, जैन सिंह जी ने जो फैसला लिया है, हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी ने, हम सब कार्यकर्ता उनके फैसले तो संतुष्ट है।
Okay, all right. I'm going to quickly now make my viewers view what is happening on the ground. My correspondents, my reporters have gone thick and deep into Uttar Pradesh, spoken to a number of people, tried to gauge what their sentiment, what their opinion is. Quickly take a look.
दो 2024 लोकसभा इलेक्शन इंडिया गठबंधन चुनाव जीत रहा है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी का पूरे देश से सुपड़ा साफ हो रहा है और समाजवादी पार्टी इंडिया गठबंधन पूरे देश में चुनाव जीत रहा है।
2024 का लोकसभा जो चुनाव है, पूरे देश की जनता ये बात जानती है, मोदी और उत्तर प्रदेश में योगी डबल इंजन की सरकार, जिस प्रकार से उत्तर प्रदेश में और पूरे देश में मोदी जी की विकास कार्यों के डंका पूरे विश्व में पिट रहा है। बताइए, आज पूरे देश का नाम, पूरे विश्व में भारत देश का नाम ऊंचा हो रहा है, तो लोगों की जो भारत देश के लोग हैं वो पूरी तरीके से पूरे एक माइंडेड होकर नरेंद्र मोदी जी को एक विचारधारा के साथ एक वोट करेंगे। जिस प्रकार से पूरे देश में आज भ्रष्टाचार, जितने भ्रष्टाचारियां थे वो आज जेल के अंदर हैं, आज ईडी छापा मार रही है उनके घर पे, तो इससे स्पष्ट है जनता जांच की पारदर्शिता है उस सरकार में, पूरी ईमानदारी के साथ और पूरी पारदर्शिता के साथ उत्तर प्रदेश और देश में मोदी जी की सरकार, डबल इंजन की सरकार निरंतर विकास काम को आगे बढ़ा रही है। इसलिए उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता, पूरे देश की जनता ने मोदी और योगी पर विश्वास, इसलिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी को इस बार 2024 के प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी।
24 में इनका जाना तय है और नई सरकार का गठन होगा, जनता जीतेगी, विपक्ष जीतेगा और 100% इनका जाना तय है, क्योंकि हिटलर ने भी 9 साल में ही गद्दी को छोड़ा था और मुझे लगता है ये हिटलर से भी खराब शासन किए हैं। मुझे नहीं लगता है कि इनको वापस जनता 1% चाहेगी आने के लिए।
देखिए, नरेंद्र मोदी जी जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने 2014 में प्रधानमंत्री प्रोजेक्ट किया था, तो नरेंद्र मोदी जी को प्रोजेक्ट किया था और नरेंद्र मोदी जी के पर बहुमत आई थी और नरेंद्र मोदी जी को प्रधानमंत्री बनाया गया था। और इस विपक्ष में जो है बारात का दुल्हा नहीं तय है। और दूसरी चीज़, एक चीज़ हम आपको बता दें, मुसलमानों की दिशा और दशा तय करने वाले 20% मुसलमानों के सहारे समाजवादी खड़ी उत्तर प्रदेश में और हिंदुस्तान में 20% मुसलमानों के सहारे कांग्रेस खड़ी। क्या अरशद मदनी मौलाना को राज्यसभा सांसद नहीं बना सकते थे? और मोदी जी ने सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास लेके चले हैं। उनके लिए हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई सब भाई भाई।
मुझे चेहरों से नहीं, विचारों की मतलब है। चेहरा कोई भी हो सकता है, लेकिन जिस तरह चुनाव से पहले एक खेल हो रहा है, सीए का आज अनाउंस हो सकता कल चुनाव का हो जाए। मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूँ, दलित इस देश में जाति से दलित है, मुसलमान इस देश में हालात से दलित है। दलित न रहे इसके लिए रिजर्वेशन है, मुसलमान दलित से बदतर रहे इसके लिए सरकारें हैं। जो कौम इस देश में हुकूमत इतनी साल कर चुकी है, 100 साल से ऊपर, वो आज दलितों से बदतर जिंदगी गुजार रहा है। उसको सीए की जरूरत नहीं है, उसको सीधे खत्म करने की जरूरत है। जब वो अपने लिए सोच ही नहीं रहा है, वो सेकुलरिज्म का झंडा उठाए, सेकुलरिज्म को बचाने के लिए कभी अखिलेश के पीछे छिपता है, कभी मायावती के पीछे छिपता है, कभी कांग्रेस के पीछे छिपता है। वो अपने लिए कभी कुछ किया ही नहीं। उसका हालत यही होना चाहिए।
All right, we've heard it from the viewers, we heard it from the people, got in the pulse of the ground. I'm quickly going to get my political analysts as well, starting off with Sumit P. Sumit, quickly, how do you gauge Uttar Pradesh is going to vote? We have done this survey, we have spoken to the people. There must be others, several who are supportive of BJP and the Prime Minister, some others who are backing the India alliance.
Ji, thanks for having me on your show. A couple of important points here. First of all, the law and order situation in UP has transformed from a Bimaru Raj. It is number 2 when it comes to GDP contributions. It has the highest number of highway network in the world, in the India for that matter. It is the fastest growing state. It's number 1 in getting the FDI. And the way in UP has transformed under the leadership of Modi ji and Yogi ji, the people at the ground are feeling it. You look at the DBTs, you look at the Kisan Samman Nidhi, you look at the Ujjwala, you look at the Prajwala, you look at the Balika, you look at the Drone Didi, you look at all these Sarkari schemes, Ayushman Bharat and all, how they have gone to the ground. You look how Yogi ji has managed the law and order. So the people of UP are going to work for this magical combo to deliver again, because they don't want UP to go back into Jungle Raj. They don't want UP to be seen as a Bimaru Raj. They don't want people to rub, that Faujdari, Rangdari and all that was very common in UP. People do not want that. And even the young leaders like Jayant Chaudhary and all are realizing that, and they are aligning with the right side. Unfortunately, Akhilesh doesn't have that option, neither has the Congress. As far as the Congress is concerned, look, if Congress is fighting on 16 or 70 seats out of 80, that means Congress has kissed goodbye to Delhi, because you cannot get to Delhi with 16 and 70 seats fighting in the UP. If Samajwadi party is giving them 16 seats, you can imagine what is the position of Congress. And as well as Akhilesh Bhaiya has decided he has to fight UP, that is his bastion. While Bahan Mayawati ji has decided that I will go on my own, I am not going to go with any alliance. We have seen Bua Bhatija, we have seen UP ke ladke, we have seen Jayant and Akhilesh ji getting together. The problem is that people are literate. People will not just vote for you because what you think is right or because my grandfather or his grandfather was a very tall leader. No, people will vote for development delivered. If it comes to development delivered, it's going to be an important thing. Ram Mandir is going to be a tsunami which is going to hit the water. Now, Mathura and Kashi, Kashi corridor, Mathura is work in progress. So if you look at all the things with development, with economic parameters and all, it is going to be a cakewalk for BJP. I'll give them 79, not 80, because opposition should have a fighting chance. So ek chhod raho, so that they don't feel disheartened.
Okay.
So that's how it's going to be.
So Syed Abbas, quickly getting a response from you as well. Sumit Peer has talked about Ayodhya Ram Mandir. He's talked about the corridor, the roads that have been built. He's obviously touched upon the religious quotient. He's touched about the economic quotient of Uttar Pradesh, which has improved over the past several years, over the past several terms that the BJP has now been able to win in Uttar Pradesh Assembly and Lok Sabha. How on the ground is the situation going to be salvaged, if at all it can be salvaged, by the opposition, by the India alliance? What is it that could work for them against the formidable challenge that has been put by the BJP?
Well, firstly, it's very kind of my brother Sumit Peer. Ek to seat chhod diya. Dhanyawad janab aapka. Very kind and generous of you, sir. But Megha, I really wish it was as easy as, speaking in a TV debate. Politics largely is a lot more complicated. And what happens on the ground level? I've contested an elections, ran for a Vidhan Sabha assembly election, and I can tell you it's not that easy. Also in your survey, very largely that we see is, the max number we saw speaking is about 10, 15, 20, but there are lakhs and crores of voters in Uttar Pradesh. So everybody's entitlement and their opinions matter, not just a mere few who appear on television.
Fair enough. Of course, we put that disclaimer. We talk about the sample size, but I'm saying the people that have been reached out to, and that is their response, and that is how they see the election and the leaders and the political parties working.
There is only a limited number of people, and you have rightfully put the disclaimer, as agreed. The larger factors, undoubtedly, Uttar Pradesh is a contest between the Samajwadi Party and the Bharatiya Janata Party. Congress Party is undoubtedly lying low a bit, but certainly it is between Akhilesh Yadav and Yogi Adityanath and their foot soldiers. I would say it's not good, certainly not going to be easy. The BJP certainly looks good on the mark. Many of their schemes are played through, implementations have come through, but still it's the end of the water. Largely where the India alliance is missing is they don't really have a prime ministerial candidate or a face. They're largely segregated into 5, 6, 7, 8 odd parties. Whereas the Bharatiya Janata Party has a clear good leader in a Modi ji. That is again going to affect the India alliance partners. Nevertheless, Akhilesh Yadav did prove himself with a man of mettle and good leadership. His presence and his number of MLAs was like second largest only to the Bharatiya Janata Party. I would definitely give an advantage to BJP in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections when we are looking at Uttar Pradesh. But certainly, the Akhilesh Yadav backed Samajwadi Party will have to be watched for, and also a decent opening by the Congress Party.
Okay.
But like they say, Megha ji, Bharat uska, UP jiska. Uttar Pradesh undoubtedly is one Hindi heartland which certainly determines and dictates the large scope of politics which is played out in the entire country. So to me, as a political activist, this is going to be very interesting turn of events in the days to come, undoubtedly.
Absolutely. I have with me Sumitra Goenka as well. And Sumitra, getting a response from you with regards particularly to Amethi and Raebareli. Now, these were traditional Congress bastions. This time around, Amethi has been lost last time around by Rahul Gandhi. Raebareli is also a seat where BJP is eyeing to win the election this time around. That is going to be a high-stakes battle. How do you see Congress's performance versus the BJP's in these two areas, these two constituencies?
Right. So, Megha, there have been a lot of discussions right now about how UP is going to make a difference to the national level politics. And I think last time, before I give you my analysis about Amethi and Raebareli, I would like to say that last time BJP had almost 150% of the seats, 50% of the vote share, which amounted to 62 seats in the UP elections in the Lok Sabha. So it is a major chunk. So disturbing that kind of a mandate requires real hard work on the ground, and I don't see that the Indie Alliance or any of its partners or any of the parties like Samajwadi Party or BSP or any other party like Congress, I'm not even counting Congress, have done any kind of work. Secondly, the last election was a big blow to the dynastic politics of the Congress, that is Rahul Gandhi losing the Amethi seat. We have seen the kind of apathy or the kind of plight of the people in Amethi and in Raebareli, where hardly any developmental activities had taken place. And when Smriti Irani had gone to Amethi, I think the main thing was connecting with the voters, and she spent considerable time there and took pains to ensure that there were their pleas were heard, and there was
but when you also take a look at the difference of votes that Smriti Irani got versus Rahul Gandhi, the difference wasn't too large. So again, it's going to be a tight.
It's a traditional seat.
It's going to be a tight battle. I mean, winning a seat by 50 to 60,000 votes is not considered to be a landslide win.
No way.
Yeah.
But you know what? These seats were traditionally their strongholds. People in politics of India were looking at the Gandhi family as the first family of politics for past 60 years. And for even just they shaking their hands or waving to the people, was considered to be a great thing for people. But today people have come out of that psychology and people have started looking at development. Today these people are no longer just the poster boys and poster girls of politics, but they want the development. They want the same kind of benefit, same kind of development which other areas are witnessing. They want the same development which probably a Varanasi has got. They want the same development which a Gandhinagar has got.
Okay.
And today they are seeing that in spite of being, having Prime Minister's constituency or literally the head of, Congress, Rahul Gandhi's constituencies, these constituencies have been traditionally ignored. Let me even quote like Sharad Pawar's constituency for that matter in Pune. It is so developed. But if you look at Rahul Gandhi's and Sonia Gandhi's constituencies, they are at the stage of poverty. Hata has never gone up from there.
Fair enough. Okay. Puneet Pathak, Congress spokesperson, wants to make a point. Puneet, yes, what is it that you like to say?
I believe the political experts out here seem to be blindfolded by BJP's strategy. Smriti Irani, just after 5 years in power, she just now got reminded somehow that she needs to build a house over there. If you need to look at the real development, you just need to look at the road which leads to Smriti Irani's house. 2019 was a fluke by the BJP in Amethi. And if you actually go and visit the place, you will get to know what Congress has done. Rail Coach Factory, Air Force Academy, NTPC, the people over there have had ample opportunities, and people of Raebareli and Amethi, they do identify themselves by the Congress party. They have been a traditional strongholds and they will continue to be so. Elections, as I said, should be taken by phase by year by year. The late Atal Bihari Vajpayee also lost the election. Indira Gandhi ji also lost the election. Elections are something which might be won or lost, but then we are setting the agenda for 2024 that it's not appeasement, it's not trying to fool around with people. They want right now we saw Uttar Pradesh being labeled as what not, but we want to label Uttar Pradesh as leak sarkar, where papers get leaked even before the aspirants complete their exam. Look at the law order situation in Uttar Pradesh. Right now, we just had a repeat of
There have been several such cases in Bihar as well when the Mahagathbandhan was present. There are certain examples coming in from Chhattisgarh as well. But okay.
That's why we have an election, so that people can let the nation know what they think about the government right now. Right now, the people, your survey in itself, people here are talking about corridors. It's not are there any corridors mentioned in your survey? What did people say? Inflation. Where are those long chants of
on what basis are the people going to vote? On what basis are the people going to vote for the political parties? The number one answer for the people with the largest percentage of the people voting for that segment was on the basis of the work done by the political party, by the dispensation, or by a leader, by a political leader. All right. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you, Puneet. I'm going to quickly also bring this report that has been filed by my colleagues on the ground over the ground situation, how the people are reacting, also wanting to know what their local issues are and who they think is going to be winning this election.
Lok Sabha elections are expected to take place in India between April and May to elect 543 members of Lok Sabha. Now we have people with us who will tell more about the election, what are their preferences, what are their choice and what are their issues regarding the future Prime Minister. We have some people. आपसे जानना चाहेंगे कि क्या ऐसे सबसे पहले तो अहम मुद्दे होंगे 2024 के इलेक्शंस को लेकर के जिन मुद्दों पर आप वोट करेंगे?
2024 में अहम मुद्दे ये हैं, पहली बात तो महंगाई है, इस महंगाई पे थोड़ा कंट्रोल इनको करना होगा और दूसरी चीज़ शिक्षा व्यवस्था पे इनको ध्यान देना होगा। बाकी मोदी की पॉलिसी सब सही है। जी जी।
क्या लगता है 2024 इस बार कौन जीतने वाला है?
2024 अगेंस्ट रिटर्न मोदी जी। यही है।
कौन जीते?
मोदी जी।
आपको लग रहा है इस बार सरकार रिपीट होगी?
बिल्कुल सरकार रिपीट होगी।
गवर्नमेंट की सारी पॉलिसी जो हैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सब आम जनता के लिए 80% जनता के लिए हैं और जितनी भी योजनाएं हैं उनका लाभ 80% जनता को मिल रहा है। चाहे आप योजना का देख लीजिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी के, और उसी आधार पे जो पहले की गवर्नमेंट थी, जो 80% जनता के साथ जो उन लोगों ने विश्वासघात किया, जो उनको उनका हक नहीं दिलाया, उसके ऊपर ही वोट होगा। 60 साल का जो ये यहाँ का जो भ्रष्टाचार का और आतंकवाद का जो ये यहाँ पे नसूड़ बना हुआ था इस देश में, वो जो आज इस देश को एकदम अर्थव्यवस्था एकदम चौपट कर दिया, उसको सही करने में अभी और समय लगेगा। अभी सरकार को और समय चाहिए। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सारी योजनाएं गरीब वंचितों के लिए हैं, न कि धन्ना सेठों के लिए, बड़े लोगों के लिए। अब बहुत सी आदमी उसमें वो निकालता है, लेकिन धीरे धीरे कोई चीज़, आप कोई बच्चा पैदा होगा 10 साल के बच्चे से आप 55 साल के 40 साल के लड़के जैसा काम नहीं करा सकते हैं। अब जब चूँकि 60 साल का जो बुढ़े उसको होगा, तो इसलिए 10 साल अभी हमारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार को हुआ है, इसको समय अभी और 5 साल का मिलना चाहिए। 5 साल का नहीं, अब और इस
आपको लगता है कि फ्यूचर प्राइम मिनिस्टर कौन होने चाहिए?
बिल्कुल नहीं, फ्यूचर
कौन होने चाहिए?
अभी तो नरेंद्र मोदी जी हैं, लेकिन
आगे
भारतीय जनता पार्टी को, उसके बाद हमारे योगी जी जा सकते हैं और भी कोई भी जा सकता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक कार्यकर्ता बेस पार्टी है और इसमें कार्यकर्ताओं का
We've seen the survey results. We've gotten to know what the people's pulse is on the ground. We are focusing on the Uttar Pradesh state where there are 80 constituencies to vie for by the political parties who are in the fray for the Lok Sabha election. I'm going to quickly bring in Sanjay Chaudhary, who is the BJP leader, on the telecast with me. Sanjay, quickly a response from you. आपने सब political analysts से सुना, आपने आपके जो कंटेम्प्रेरीज है, आपके जो ऑपोजिशन में पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज है, उनके स्पोक्सपर्सन से बात की। अब यहाँ पे बात करते हैं ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट उत्तर प्रदेश की। यहाँ पे ऑपोजिशन ने ये प्रश्न उठाया है कि अभी जो वेरी रिसेंटली पेपर लीक स्कैम हुआ है, उन जैसी चीजों को क्या कर रही है बीजेपी, उनके बारे में क्या कर रही है? आप यहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट की बात करते हैं, इकोनॉमिक प्रोग्रेस की बात करते हैं, पर जब ऐसी चीजें सामने आती हैं तो क्वेश्चन ये उठता है, क्या उत्तर प्रदेश वाकई डेवलप हुआ है?
देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश डेवलप भी हुआ है और उत्तर प्रदेश ने जो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर्स को तोड़ने वाले लोग हैं उनके खिलाफ जबरदस्त कार्रवाई भी की है। इस बार तुरंत उस परीक्षा को उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार ने निरस्त किया है। उसमें कहां कमी रह गई है और कौन दोषी हैं, उसमें एक लगभग जब ये एग्जाम्स हो रहे थे तो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का यूज किया गया था। उसके बावजूद भी कहीं पेपर लीक होने की बात आई तो उत्तर प्रदेश ने तुरंत अपने शिक्षार्थियों को कहा कि आप कंप्लेन दीजिए, हम उसको चेक करते हैं। चेक करने के 24 घंटे के अंदर उस एग्जाम्स को बीजेपी की सरकार ने निरस्त किया है। सरकार ने कहा है कि इसको 6 महीने के भीतर एग्जाम कराएंगे। जिन्होंने भी इस एग्जाम को कंडक्ट कराने के लिए गड़बड़ी की है, आईपीएस लेवल का ऑफिसर्स जो इस एग्जाम्स को कंडक्ट करा रहा था, उनको उनकी पोस्ट से हटा दिया गया है। और उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार ने यह पहली बार निर्णय किया है कि जो परीक्षार्थी अगली बार आएंगे उनके लिए रोडवेज में पैसे देने की जरूरत नहीं होगी, उनको फ्री में आया जाएगा, उनका कोई पैसा नहीं लगेगा। एक प्रभावी कार्रवाई उत्तर प्रदेश ने की है। जैसे उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार ने बड़े बड़े अपराधियों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई की थी, तो मुझे लगता है कि किसी भी स्तर पर उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार किसी भी चूक के लिए निश्चित रूप से उन लोगों को दंडित करेगी और इसी बेहतरी के आधार पर उत्तर प्रदेश आगे बढ़ रहा है। उत्तर प्रदेश की जो स्थिति है, जिस तरह से बड़े इन्वेस्टमेंट आ रहे हैं, आज उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर 6 शहरों में मेट्रो चल रही है और जिस तरह से एक्सप्रेस हाईवेज हैं, जिस तरह के एयरपोर्ट हैं, इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट बनते हैं, और सबसे ज्यादा असर अगर आप देखेंगे तो लोगों ने जमीन पर बताया, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज अपोजिशन को छोड़कर जा रही है। आज के दिन जब हम बहस कर रहे हैं, कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेशनल सेक्रेटरी अजय कपूर कांग्रेस पार्टी को आज छोड़कर बीजेपी में आए हैं। तो ये सारे के सारे लीडर्स, कांग्रेस के जो नेशनल जनरल सेक्रेटरी हैं, 2 जनरल सेक्रेटरी ने इस्तीफा दिया, उनका जो चीफ विप है उन्होंने पार्टी से इस्तीफा दिया। यह बताता है कि सारे के सारे लोग ये जान चुके हैं, ये मान चुके हैं, ये स्वीकार कर चुके हैं कि बीजेपी की आंधी उत्तर प्रदेश में चलने वाली है। और इसीलिए मैं समझता हूं कि चाहे वो जमीन पर काम करने वाले लोग हों, चाहे वो पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स हों या पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हों, ये उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता की आवाज को भाप रहे हैं और इसीलिए विपक्ष को छोड़कर भारतीय जनता पार्टी की ओर आ रहे हैं। ये इस बात की निशानी है कि हम 400 पार करने वाले हैं।
400 पार तो जीतने वाले हैं, पर लोकसभा में 80 सीट जो उत्तर प्रदेश में है, उसका क्या आंकड़ा है, उसको क्या एम कर रही है बीजेपी?
देखिए, बीजेपी ने जो 5-7 ऐसी सीटें थी जिस पर विपक्ष के बड़े लोगों का असर था। पिछली बार आपने देखा होगा कि अखिलेश यादव आजमगढ़ से मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट थे, उन्होंने जब वो सीट छोड़ी तो बीजेपी ने उसे जीत लिया। रामपुर में जो आजम खां उनके सबसे बड़े मुस्लिम लीडर थे, उन्होंने जब सीट छोड़ी तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने उसे जीती। अमेठी का हाल आप जान ही चुकी हैं कि हमने राहुल गांधी को हराया है। जीतने के बाद सोनिया गांधी का रायबरेली न आना, यह इस बात की निशानी है कि सोनिया गांधी भी अब उत्तर प्रदेश में चुनावी राजनीति के लिए लौटने वाली नहीं है और वहां के 3 विधायक,
ऐसा भी हो सकता है वो प्रियंका गांधी वाड्रा को अपनी रायबरेली सीट से लड़ा दे।
देखिए, बंद मुट्ठी लाख की, खुल गई तो खाक की। प्रियंका के नेतृत्व में ही उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर जब वो जनरल सेक्रेटरी बनाई गई तो राहुल गांधी उनके भाई उत्तर प्रदेश में चुनाव हारे। विधानसभा चुनाव में कांग्रेस का सुपड़ा साफ हो गया। कांग्रेस के केवल 2 विधायक हैं। लोकल बॉडी के इलेक्शन में हालत यह रही कि रायबरेली में भी कांग्रेस पार्टी लोकल बॉडी का एक इलेक्शन नहीं जीत पाई। यह बताता है कि कांग्रेस की जड़ें अब सूख गई हैं और उत्तर प्रदेश में सूखी हुई कांग्रेस से अगर समाजवादी पार्टी समझौता कर रही है तो वो उत्तर प्रदेश से और बड़े अंतर के साथ हारने वाली है। मैं समझता हूं कि आज के जमीनी हालात कांग्रेस और समाजवादी पार्टी के लिए कहीं से
ऑलराइट। हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। आई थैंक ऑल माई गेस्ट्स for joining me on the telecast, sharing their views. I'm going to ask my viewers to give us their feedback, how they like the program And I'm going to ask my viewers to also stay tuned on NewsX every day, 7 p.m. because we are going state by state, getting the viewers' view, getting the people who are on the ground, getting their views, getting the voters' view, what they view of their state, the development that has happened. And on the basis of that development, how is it that they are going to be voting for their candidates and political parties? Thanks for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.